Let me walk you through more than 100 cases for the iPhone 16 Pro. Real quick, if you want to pick any of these up, there are links for all of them down below in the show notes. Can of a case video without Otterbox. This is the Otterbox Ultra Slim case. It's got this nice silky finish to it. It's kind of like a silicone case, but it doesn't feel quite as tacky as a lot of silicone ones do. The back has a textured pattern to it, which feels very nice to the hand. Easy button presses here. They're all silicone embedded presses. They're a little stiff, especially like the action button feels kind of small, so a little stiff on the buttons. Full cutout for the camera control, which is interesting because they are basically one of the only other ones that have had covers for the camera control since Apple gave them access to it ahead of time. So a lot of the ones you see from Otterbox do have covers here, but not all of them. So just something to watch out for. They do have anchor points in the corners if you want to attach a lanyard to them, full coverage on the bottom. But yes, this is the Ultra Slim case from Otterbox. So the Ultra Slim is supposed to be 3 times the military drop test standard. This is supposed to be 7 times the military drop test standard. This is the Defender Pro XT from Otterbox. Very similar kind of like designs to it. I really like this cool like geodish looking marbly one on the back. You can still see those MagSafe rings there. Easily depressible buttons on this side, as well as full cutout for the camera control. Honestly, with the case is this thick, like we see that from the side, it's a chunky side case here. There's a lot of protection built into it. So this is the way to go with these because there could not have been a bar there and still fit into that easily. So the full cutout definitely makes it easier to use the camera control, but very robust case. Basically as much as you can get from an Otterbox before going into the full like Defender with the clip and all that stuff. So nice, very protective case. Otterbox Defender Pro XT. Another benefit to the Defender Pro XT is that the bottom does have full coverage for the USB-C port. So it has a little flap there that you can open up to gain access to it. So it's going to protect any ingress there from dust or debris getting in and causing any issues. So that's there. And yes, there is an anchor on this one too. And I'm sure some of you called it. They do have screen protectors, the Drop Plus Premium Pro Glass screen protector. A lot of the stuff that you'd expect built in here, including blue light filtering technology on there, which is very nice, and scratch resistance, because I feel like Apples are terrible at protecting against scratches. So yeah, they have some great screen protectors, including blue light filtering ones. Definitely excited for this one. This is the newest Latercase. If you've not heard of them before, this is actually from Unbox Therapy. He created his own case line, and it's another aramid fiber style case, but I'm really liking them. So you see also really cool packaging. Like it's got this matte finish to the outside. It's got just super simple why you should buy this case facts on the back. It's got a magnet here, and then it slides out. All very sleek and nice. So this one's the red one. It does come in multiple colors, but it's, again, another similar aramid fiber style case. This one has full coverage of the camera bump there at the top, as you can see. Then you have cutouts on the sides for all the buttons and the bottom. I like these designs a lot, so this just goes right there, boom, snaps onto your case. What's nice about giving you that separation around the lenses is it helps just kind of keep out the gunk from in between. Sometimes when they have just a regular camera bump, it gets really dirty in there and it drives me a little crazy. So this is a little bit of a cleaner aesthetic, but gives you that full wrap look. Almost like you have a wrap on your phone, but it's aramid fiber, so it's really protective. Yes, it does show a little oil. You can see my fingerprints there, but it's going to depend, and this all just wipes off very easily, so nothing to worry about in terms of durability. Clips on very nicely. You have a slight raised edge going on there around the front for when you set it down, but these, I think they look really cool. I think they did a great job on the new later cases for the iPhone 16 line. Next, we're going to look at Apple's line of iPhone 16 cases. We have all of the colors here. There's also a clear version, which I don't have, so we're just going to look at the colored silicone cases. No fine woven or leather this year either, so this is what you get. We have silicone cases and a clear case. Okay, I have them all here. Let's try them on and look at the individual colors. This one is probably my favorite, the ultramarine blue. It is bright, vivid, almost like a royal blue color. I think this looks fantastic. I like this a lot. A great blue color. If you want something a bit more basic, there is a black version. So this is just the all black case, black silicone. We have the black adjacent stone gray. It's a dark gray with, I feel like, a slight tan tint to it. Stone gray here. This dark blue, Apple calls it denim. It's basically a jean color. You can tell that in the video. Basically, it's a dark wash jean, denim blue for iPhone 16 Pro. Another favorite of mine, this is called Lake Green. It's like a dark green with a slight bluish tint to it, but I like this one a lot too. I think this one looks great. I hope that green color is coming out enough on the video. This is Plum, Apple's purple color this year, Plum. Now we're talking with some vivid colors. This is Starfruit, basically super bright sunshine yellow. I love it. It looks great. Starfruit. Last one here is this hot pink color. It's called Fuchsia, but I also want to use this as an opportunity to show you what happens when you put these on your phone. Just a nice little effect that Apple has. So make sure my phone is unlocked. We're going to put this on there. It's going to read an NFC chip in the case itself and give you that really neat animation as you put it on. So it doesn't do anything else. There's no other like perk to that, but Apple's are the only ones that when you put them on, it's got that animation to go with it. Just a very cool little touch. This is that Fuchsia case, and that is all of Apple's silicone cases for the iPhone 16 lineup. They're available for all regular iPhone 16s as well as the Pro and Pro Maxes this year. Again, no leather, no fine woven, just the silicone cases and a clear option. I do want to point out one of the things that also makes Apple's cases unique is they have a cover for that camera control button. So it's actually a piece of sapphire on top of a conductive material so that way you can still use this inside of the case. There's no cutout little well there that we see with some of these other cases. It's actually a piece of sapphire glass that is color matched to the cases themselves. So if you look at any of these other ones, they all have their own piece of sapphire that match, which is just a very nice touch from Apple. They look great on there. It's much more smooth. You can still find the button easily because it has that different material, but it works with the case without having to have that cutout. Let's check out the camera case from Moment. So I have two different colors of this case with me here in the studio. We have the black version as well as this green color, which I really like. This is called Ivy, and it's basically a dark kind of forest green looking color. Moment's made some big changes year over year in these cases. So the buttons for the volume rockers, those are actually now independent buttons. Before it was like one button on the back, so now it's two separate ones when looked at from the inside. The back panel is now this smooth piece of material rather than those raised bumps, even though it still has that same pattern. I like this. It looks nice and smooth, though you will notice there are some oil spots from my fingers, but it does wipe off very easily. You have very easy depressible camera control cutout right there. Super easy to find it. Your finger just slots right in. Easily move your finger left and right on it. New with these cases is Moment is shipping its camera adapter here in the box. Before you would have to buy the camera adapter separately, or at least make sure you added it to your cart. Now this is included in the box. If you're planning on using any of their lenses, one is included and already installed, and then you can just go with the trim ring if you prefer to use that and you're not using the camera mounts, so you don't have to have this whole apparatus surrounding your camera lens. You can just swap this out very easily. But what's nice about the Moment cases is they have compatibility with these lenses, so you just put it on there, it slides into place, and you twist it to lock it in. Just like that, we have a 58mm lens attached to this. Not only that, these new ones have support for the latest filters from Moment, which are also incredibly neat this year. I'm a big fan of their filters. The Cinebloom is my favorite, but they also this year have a new variable ND, and these all have new quick lock mechanisms. So you can see we've got our lenses there. This simply snaps right there into place, and I can rotate this and adjust the variable density there. You can see how much light we're letting through to the camera sensors. This is great for filmmaking. All these quick lock filters are very awesome on these new cases. I love it. Here we've got a little something from Burton Goods. I hate to say it, but I'm extremely disappointed in this leather case for the main reason of it's the wrong size. I got my hands on a 16 Pro Max and I cannot demo it for you guys because this case is very, very cool. I am absolutely in love with it. So first off, very similar style to the other full leather wrap cases that we saw from Andar as well as Nomad. But this one has this really cool back stitching, which I just think makes it stand out a little bit. It looks a little more unique, more rugged, just a really cool touch to it. So this just looks very nice to me. Full leather wrap all over the insides, very nice buttons. They feel tactile through the case, but obviously since I can't put them on, I can't say with 100% certainty. We have a metal ring around the camera bump, looks great there. Super nice touches, cut out for the camera control. All of this is a slam dunk. This is great, but what I think makes it even better is this accompanying MagSafe wallet. Look at this. This is one of the coolest MagSafe wallets I have seen. Very nice stitching and detail. It actually has a little button on top, which just, it feels retro and kind of modern at the same time, like just a very nice touch to it. So open the top, you can push straight from the bottom to remove your cards. Holds quite a few cards in there. Looks like at least, probably 3 or so in this little wallet, but it's a little bit thicker, and that's because it's also got a built-in stand. This pops right open with another card slot on the inside, so you can hold probably, I'm going to guess, 4 to 5 on this thing in total, but this goes in there, that closes, goes onto your phone case, prop it open, use it as a stand. It works obviously sideways too, so pop it open that way. You can use it to watch anything. This is cool. They've done an amazing job. I've always loved like the Burton Goods stuff. I have a cover for my MacBook Pro from them that I love and think looks outstanding, and they've done a wonderful job between all 2 of these pieces, the wallet itself and the case. You don't have to buy them together, but I mean, come on. I mean, that's just the way you gotta go. To me, this is great. How about some thin cases from Totallee? So several different options in the Totallee setup this year that I have on hand. So first, starting off, is more of a rubbery silicone case, so very flexible, clear, no MagSafe magnets, but it's a little bit thinner than your standard ones. So you're still gonna have some kind of MagSafe pool, just maybe not quite as much. If I grab like this MagSafe ring here, this still connects, it's still holding up my phone, but I'm just a little more cautious about it. Like, it definitely still has a good strong hold, and the silicone I think helps with that. But if I was using this on like a gimbal, I'd be slightly worried about that. But for your stand on by your bed or your office, this is still going to work with MagSafe. Outside of these soft, flexible cases, the other ones are all these super thin shells. This is what Totallee is known for. This is where they crush it with the precision on these very thin cases that include covers for the buttons, and it's about as close as you can get to that camera control with a cutout there. So I have a frosted one. I have a black one. The matte black looks nice. I really like the looks of this one. This would look great on the black iPhone. But look at this. This is so cool, especially since Apple discontinued like their blue iPhone Pro this year. So now you can get this. It's effectively like a skin because it is so thin, fitting on the phone like a glove. Just goes right over everything, as precise as you can get. Gives you basically a blue iPhone again. It's like a deep royal blue. It looks a little brighter in the video. I promise when I'm actually holding this on camera now, it's definitely darker. But we got studio lights the way it's hitting. It's a little lighter, but this is so cool. If you're looking for super duper thin cases, and when they're this thin, yeah, no problem with MagSafe at all. Like, that is on there as it should be. So you don't have to worry about those magnets. You got them there, and because they're so thin, it's basically, if you don't worry about that camera control at all, just makes it a little more pronounced, which is actually a good thing because you can feel it easier when you're going to use it. So yeah, easy access to camera control, very, very thin, in multiple finishes from Totallee. 3 cases from ESR. Here are the 3 cases from ESR. We have the Cyber series here on the left, the Cloud series here in the middle, and the Classic series here on the right. Starting just with the Classic, this is your traditional clear case. Looks very nice. All of these cases support MagSafe without issue, cutouts for the camera button, but what makes these super cool is this metal ring that goes around the camera. That is a built-in stash stand that is, I start to love these, and I really like the idea of building them into the camera bump because I think it's so smart and gives you that extra metal protection around those cameras. So clear one looks very nice, but my favorite is the Cloud one. We'll come back to that. Let's talk about the Cyber one. This is your most protection, very durable. It's got a hard back, but it's a 2 material case. You can see how they separate, which is on purpose. So you have this soft, really grippy internal lining. They say military grade, drop test standard, all that stuff. So hard backs, soft, grippy sides, but also stash stand built into the top, most protection, including covering up of the USB port. The Cloud series, though, is like, this is like a perfect middle for me. I love microfiber lining again. This fits on perfectly well. It's like a super soft silicone case that I just like the feel of, because it's like a matte finish, but it's not like super grippy like some of the silicone ones. A nice cutout for that. I mean, even the traditional one has more of a hole. This, I like that cutout. This feels better to me. The cool texture around where the MagSafe should go, that's great. And the camera ring itself. So this is how that works. That pops right out like that. You can see, very easy to do, just slides out, it's there, and it's adjustable. So as you are using this, you can change how much it's going back. You can make it more vertical, lean it back more, whatever it is for whatever you're doing, you have a lot of options. I just think these are smart, perfectly integrated into the phone cases themselves. The Cloud series, this is my favorite. I can get close up there because this is just a very nice looking case. I think that looks stunning. I mean, for a silicone case like this, this is what I would probably choose. You got an anchor spot there for a lanyard if you want it. This is great. This is very cool. Cloud series case from ESR, as well as the Cyber series and their Classic series. Next are several case styles from Nomad. And I'm starting off with this traditional leather case, which is, you know, spoilers, the best one they make this year by far. So this case style comes in two different colors. There's a black leather as well as a rustic brown leather. The brown happens to be my, preferred color between the two, but this is Nomad's first full wrap leather case in a very long time. I believe they used to have more full wrap cases. They've gone to a more like their modern cases that I'll show off in a minute, but these are what I love these so much. So full wrap leather all the way around. No longer they have those TPU bumpers around the edges. They've got these cool kind of like gunmetal gray buttons to them. Not only do they have that, but they have this little touch that I very much appreciate on those buttons. So let's put this on my phone real quick just to you can see it on the phone itself. But these buttons here on the side, they are they're raised, and then the one action button has that kind of knurling to it almost that gives that extra feel. So when you're feeling the side of your phone, you can clearly tell a volume button versus an action button. That's a really nice detail that I have not seen on other cases. They do the same thing with the power button, the side button, though it's not as crucial here because it's the only one, so you know which one it is. Then you have the camera control, just like Andar, they did the full cutout on the side, which I think is the way to go, but it's so easy. Again, your finger just slides to that spot. Like you just hold your phone, and as you pull it up, it just glides along that edge right onto where it should be seated on that camera control. Very easy to use, full control over it. Probably the ideal situation for these cases, especially at launch when they don't have that covering there. I think these look amazing. I'm so glad that Nomad introduced a full leather case like this, the full wrap. I just think it looks exquisite. This is a big step up for me compared to their standard modern cases, which, speaking of, so this is Nomad's modern case. There is nothing wrong with this, so don't think I'm disparaging this case necessarily. I just don't like the rubber sides to it. It's just not my thing. It hasn't been. I think they do a good job with it. It's slightly concave, so it gives that little bit extra grip. Subtle branding with the Nomad logo. Very nice metal buttons. These are still great cases. These probably offer a little bit more protection because you have like the rubbery TPU material versus a leather that is more likely to get scratched or scuffed on these corners. So if you want something a little bit more durable but still similar looking like leather aesthetics, this is the way to go for sure. It's going to be preference. I'm just glad they have that other option now. So the rustic brown looks great, but also can we talk about this? This is their limited edition green chrome, and it is so unique. I love the look of this case. So Horween leather, in a lot of lighting, it looks basically black. If I tilt it away from the light source a little bit, it looks almost black, but then other light hits it and it comes out as a green color. They call this chroma green or green chroma, and I love it. I think this is so cool. I like it's got bright silver buttons, which goes well with the white phone here. Like it just pops so well. This is such a cool color for this. I really like this. More natural looking leather. This is awesome. If we're going to talk about crowd favorites, we got to talk about this. This is the magnetic leather back. These aren't full cases. They're literally just super thin magnetic backs for your phone. So it comes in both the brown as well as the black. Let's put the brown on here. It's a little more contrasty. So you have these little corners, which are like the nano suction material. So these peel off. They don't do anything. Like they're not like actually really tacky or anything, and they can be cleaned if necessary. They just add a little bit of extra sticking power without being like a real adhesive. But they largely use the MagSafe magnets, and then boom, just right there on the back of the phone. And how good does this look? I mean, what a cool looking case. It gives you that like, oh, leather, it's warm to the touch, it feels good, but at the same time, you've got the actual phone hiding beneath it. Still get the metal sides of your iPhone, little bit of back protection, you get protection on the camera ring, so still a viable case here. They stay on really, like, this is just with the magnets and it can come off, but once you use that adhesive, these stay on very well, yet they're still easy to swap. You can take them off, slip into a case if you need to. You know, you're going horseback riding, want something more protective, cool, swap into that because these still come off very easily. But these have been selling out so fast, I know for them, because they're just so cool. They're just such an awesome idea. I like these a lot. So yeah, magnetic leather backs for the iPhone 16 Pro. Here is the latest Nomad Sport case. So if you want something that's in leather alternative, this is in naval blue. Pretty similar, so it still has like the same TPU body for the outside, but instead of leather on the back, it just has a shiny, it's kind of like a matte finish this year. So it's like, it's shiny, but it's not. I wouldn't say full gloss, but also not full matte either. You can see a little bit as it's reflecting the light here. It diffuses a little bit because of that matte, but it's also like kind of shiny and smooth too. But yeah, it looks great. If you want something that's not leather, a little more durable, maybe this sport case would work. And then, of course, if you say, well, that sport case is never going to hold up when I put my phones through, then they have the rugged case. This is definitely more beefy, particularly around the corner. Those are going to be your big impact drop points on this, but they are very raised. If we get closer to the camera, you can see how much these corners pull up. I don't think in a terrible bad way, though. Like, they still feel very chunky, but not excessively so. This still looks very good. This is the Desert Tan. I like this. This looks nice. You get all the buttons there, get the cutout for the camera control. This edge here, not my favorite, the one on the to the front, because when you're hitting that camera control, it's in your way when you're holding it this way. So you almost have to go straight this way, which isn't really possible. So it's a little much in the way for me from the side. It's still not bad, but it just gives you a little bit of a lip. I wish that was trimmed down, but otherwise, this is the Nomad rugged case. And you know Nomad's not missing out on the screen protector game. They've tempered glass screen protectors for all of the new lineup. Very easy to use and install. No special tray that does everything automatically, but still very easy to install. I've used these for a while too. Part of the new line from Catalyst. So this case is a very light powder blue, looks great, kind of a pastel color. I love that the MagSafe magnets are color coded to match. The back is very slightly frosted, so it gives a little bit more of a white look. I think it matches well on the white iPhone 16 Pro. One thing that's kind of cool, for the action button, they made it round. Like, check that out. They went with these custom metal buttons that do look good, but they go like, you know, Catalyst logo on it. It's really easy to press. You got your volume buttons and then this nice round button that you can use for the action button. So just the lines there, they just change the shape of it. Everyone else went with like the same just notch style. I think that kind of works. I like that. That's a good little detail. Camera control, still cut out for this one. Very easy to access. You can see how deep that case notch is. Kids get really good protection around here. They also, one of the few that do this really thing, I don't know if it's patented by anyone, but they have these forward-facing speaker grills. So essentially what happens is they cover the bottom of your phone. So like there's your microphone hole on the one side, but the speaker grills are routed forward. So that means when you are playing music, it actually faces forward towards you. It'll boost the audio, similar to like cupping your hand on the bottom. And especially when you're watching something in landscape and you have something coming out of the bottom and the top, it gives you a much better stereo sound. So I think that's a really cool little idea they did there. I've seen on their cases for a while, but I think it's a nice, smart touch that they've added to it. Otherwise, a very solid case. The other thing that they do that's a little bit unique is a lot of them have like the anchor spots for putting on a lanyard, and Catalyst does too, but they also include the lanyard in the box. So you can put this onto your phone any of the four corners you can attach a lanyard to, but I think like it's nice. Like stop just putting anchors and then not including a lanyard. If you're going to put a little lanyard anchor, include one, and Catalyst did. So kudos to you, Catalyst. Okay, I'm not giving out like awards during this video, but if there was an award for the cutest case or the cutest packaging, it would have to go to Arc. I mean, just look at this. Like, it's so tiny and simple. Like, they nailed this packaging. This is incredible. So compact, all papers, everything is being recycled. And of course, the product itself is metal. So this is what the Arc case looks like. It doesn't get any more minimalistic than this, I am telling you. So it goes on very simply. You have the metal outside, and there's like a silicone rubber insert to it. And you basically just kind of roll it around the corners of your phone. We'll start with the top one there, top installed. Do the same thing at the bottom. Got the bottom one here, and it slides into place. And it's just held in via tension, so there's no like adhesive, no nano suction, nothing like that. It's literally just held in place as it is. And I gotta tell you, these look great. My only problem I ever have with these is that if you have this smaller phone, like a 16 Pro, is the wallets will come down and hit into this. And that's my biggest downside. But you can always pop the bottom part off if you need to. But it gives you full access to everything else. And does this protect your phone? Heck yeah, it does. I've seen so many drop test videos of this case because it's protecting the part that's going to make the impact, your corners. Any of these corners are all going to be hitting on the Arc case and being protected. So yes, this is going to protect your phone. So this one is aluminum polished silver look, so it's basically just the completely white version, which does match my phone very well. But they also have actual titanium ones. This is titanium, perfectly matched for the new phones. If you had like the black iPhone 16 Pro, this would just fit with it so well. It looks incredible, so sleek on here. I'm sorry, I'm just a sucker for these cases. I think they do a great job being super minimal, super protective at the same time. There's just something unique about these that I can't get over. So titanium one's definitely more pricey, but that aluminum one is also still very solid. Another unique and eco-friendly option from Atom Studios. I don't know how many of you had been following Atom Studios because frankly, it wasn't enough of you, but the company itself had went under, I believe, in one way or another and stopped producing cases. Fortunately, they were snapped up and they are back and rocking out some cases for the iPhone 16 series. They do a lot of really neat things. So this is one of their split cases. So two different materials. You actually have metal here at the top, so it's like aluminum, and then the bottom is made out of wood fibers. So you're kind of getting like eco-friendly materials with this kind of two-tone, two-material design. And I like that they're using the metal. Like that's something you don't see a whole lot in cases. It can get expensive to do like a whole case like that. So it's a neat little like touch while they're still using these other eco-friendly materials. They do have MagSafe is built in, very nice. Otherwise, it's a solid looking case. I know I say otherwise a lot and I kind of realize that as we're going through these cases, but this is really cool looking. I love that eco play to it. They have a bunch of other really nice cases. This is like a copper and a tan, which looks good, but they have other ones too if you want something a little bit more, you know, they have blacks, which are going to be very widely popular. But I love the look of this. It's got like a wood grain on the bottom, still 10 feet of drop protection, and I'm very happy that they have the MagSafe in there because you don't see that a lot. They also say that it's infused with eucalyptus oil. If that matters to you, it has infused eucalyptus oil. This is from Atom Studios. Next is from Blackbrook. So Blackbrook does one of my favorite designs in cases, which is the combination of a magnetic folio with a freestanding case. So you can see we have a full leather folio on here. It has the actual speaker grill there at the top, so you can still hear someone, so you can actually keep this case closed and talk to someone on the phone because you have the microphones coming out the bottom, plus the speaker grill there. When you open it up, you can see we have our card slots down the side, and then we have our case over here. So it's a pretty traditional folio up to at that point, but then the part that I love is that the case just comes free. So you can leave this behind. You don't need it. You can just stick with a phone case, which too has matching leather on it, matches the same leather as the folio itself. So if you go brown, they can both be brown, but it's stitched onto a TPU frame, access to camera control, microfiber lining. You can even see some of the drop protection built in there. It's got a little bit of like bubbling to give it air pockets kind of going around the edge of the phone. That's your impact protective, different material inside of a standard TPU case. So 2 material makeup there, leather on the back, and again, fully magnetic. So you take your folio, pop this in, everything is ready. You got your wallet, you got your phone, everything's set, but you can still take this out when you need it. You can still place it on magnetic chargers, MagSafe chargers, overnight, all that stuff. I also like that you can hold more cards than kind of a traditional MagSafe wallet. You can fit 4 here, including an ID window at the bottom, and there's a pocket underneath to store additional things, cash, business cards, anything like that. Make sure you're putting in, guys, make sure you're putting in some sort of tracker too, right? Like make sure you have some sort of like AirTag type card tracker. Always include those in your wallets when you can, because you're going to be happy that you did later if you ever lose it. But these are great. This can also be used as a stand, so it folds back like that, so you can prop it up and use your phone as a stand to watch anything. Nice stand, built-in wallet, everything to love from Blackbrook. Continuing with the leather alt, we got one from Bullstrap. Bullstrap is another full leather wrap case, which by now you know I love. I like this color a lot. It's got a very nice gentle slope going up to the camera mount. Unlike some of the others, they don't have a metal ring here, and I don't mind. Like, I actually like this a ton. I love how they did this in all leather, which makes that look very nice and seamless. They do have metal buttons on the sides. You got metal buttons there, metal buttons here, all nice accents. Subtle Bullstrap logo there in the middle. Now, what also makes this unique is they went with actually a little indentation for the camera control. So let's go ahead and put our phone in here. But what I think is just, I don't know, maybe I find it super curious, like they went with a cutout for the bottom. So most of the other leather ones do full protection on the bottom. This one went open bottom, but camera control in the middle. So you still have like the indentation kind of look to this versus that full cutout. I think I still prefer the full cutout, but this is more protective. This does give you that extra protection for that camera control. I just think that it gets a little tougher to hit it when you have that bar in the way. So I still think I lean more of the cutout, but this is a really nice looking full leather wrap case with nice, easily tactile pressable buttons. The last thing that they do that I like a lot is they have a matching MagSafe wallet. And you'll be like, yes, a lot of people have matching MagSafe wallets, but wait, this is called the Popper, because not only is it a MagSafe wallet, it's also a bottle opener. And I mean, come on, how cool is that to give yourself a bottle opener in the back of your MagSafe wallet? Like, that is so smart. It's a very clever idea. This is a really nice little addition here. So if you're going with the MagSafe wallet, this is something to check out. By the way, something I literally noticed while I was filming this is when I put this onto my phone here, watch, we're going to take it, we're going to put it on my phone, and it's going to give me the animation of the MagSafe wallet, same as Apple's does. And check this out, like when I remove it, you can't feel it, but it just vibrated at me. So it actually gives you the alert on this MagSafe wallet that it was removed from the phone, which is very nice if it comes off and you don't realize it, because you have that feedback to it. So that is super cool. I did not know that Bullstraps did that. That is very clever. One of the only third-party ones I've ever seen do those things. New cases from Bodyguardz. Okay, this is the one that I am most excited from Bodyguardz because this one is a cooling case. So a couple things off the bat. Nice design. It's got a green color, so I like it. Has a integrated lanyard anchor at the bottom and includes a lanyard in the box, so that's, you know, double wins right there. I like the look of it, but a pretty standard kind of, you know, good looking case. Nothing crazy. But the inside, it's like almost tacky. It's not your traditional microfiber. And I can tell you right now by touching it, it's cold. Like the inside of this feels cold. And that's because they have this passive cooling material that is specifically designed to help reduce the temperature of your phone. So we slot our phone in here. That material goes all along the back and helps keep it cool. And there's almost like vents going down the sides. Right there, you can see those. Some on this side, yeah, testing that drop protection. Testing, you see more over here. So that's going to allow for a little bit of airflow. Along with that material, it's going to pull that heat away from your phone. What happens when your phone runs cooler? It runs faster for longer, and it can extend the battery life. I'm not promising you that you're going to get hours extra just because you have this case on your phone, but if it can improve it at all, that is something. So if you're someone who games a lot, you're outside a lot, I feel like this could be a really helpful case. These phones, the 16 series, do run cooler than they did before. Like the 15s were kind of bonkers with how hot they got, but this still gets warm. Like when I'm shooting some video and everything in like 4K and ProRes and everything, it gets hot, especially outside. It can get hot. So I think this is a brilliant idea. This is very cool. The Bodyguardz Paradigm Pro. The second one is the Ace Pro from Bodyguardz. Not cooling material, it's a completely flexible case, but there still is magnets there on the inside. Slips in, thinner case for sure. It's got rounded edges, which feel nice and comfy in the hand, and not as squared off as some of the other ones. Cut out here for their camera control. It's a little slippery on the sides, honestly. It's a matte finish. They do have some grips here, which help for sure, but they come around the buttons, it gets a little smooth. Clear back panel. This one's a little bit dark, but you can still see like the Apple logo there. Lanyard built in. Funny enough, despite this being like kind of thinner and a lighter and flexible feeling case, they still both promise 18 feet of drop protection, which is pretty darn impressive for both of these cases. This is the Ace Pro. The other one was the Paradigm Pro. Bodyguardz does offer screen protector, so there is a matte version as well as a glass version. A lot of stuff you expect, 9 times stronger than traditional glass. They're tempered glass. They're strong. They have black edges around them, which I do like. So they have that, they blend in a little bit more than some of the others do. But not only do they have these, I don't know quite what to make of this one. This looks very cool and intrigues me. They say 20 times stronger. The other ones were 9, so 20 times stronger. And it's just titled the most advanced screen protector ever made with a lifetime warranty. So they're making a lot of promises here. Very smooth, easy edge-to-edge protection, anti-reflective tech, makes colors vibrant, made with ceramic glass for extreme strength, hassle-free, anti-dust installation. So lots of things that this is promising. I'm going to have to try this one out. If it was going to be the most advanced, it definitely had to have one of the easy install things. And yes, they do. You get your actual like screen protector, your phone goes into the little bed, you line up everything, and you pull it off. It takes care of the dust, everything all at once. So still, yeah, great job here. I'm going to have to try this out. I'm super intrigued at how this one does compared to some of the other screen protectors. Look at this little adorable kit. This is from Moft. So this is the Moft case, and I would definitely count this as one of the leather alts in this video, because even though it's not actual leather, it might as well be. It is one of the nicest feeling faux leathers that I have seen. I think this is like their material that they kind of came up with, but it feels super nice, soft to the touch. It's nice and durable, kind of gives all the benefits of leather while basically being not leather. So I have always liked these since they came out with these last year, and I've always kept them in my rotation. So easily goes on, nothing surprising there. They got the groove out for your camera control, very easy to hit. You know I like it. Metal buttons, all look great. Yeah, they all feel super tactile. Nothing really shocking here other than I really like this case still. I like this. This is like a light gray, looks maybe a little bit white, but it's a light gray material. This kit also came with all these random accessories that Moft makes. If you haven't seen them, just to hit them real quick, this is one of their newer stands, pops all the way down. The bottom opens up. They do a lot of this like origami folding magnetic stuff. So this can pop down like that and hold up your phone. So it's like a raised stand. And then, yeah, when you're done, everything collapses back. You can take it off. So really nice, easy stand there. This is literally a notebook. I'm not even kidding. This is literally a notebook that attaches to your phone with MagSafe. One of these ways, there it goes, with MagSafe. You pop it open. It has spot for paper, a tiny pen that they include, and your saved notes on the other side. These are all like magnetic to tuck things away. It's so cool. This is very neat. But yeah, they have a tiny notebook that you can keep for little notes, and then a traditional, more traditional wallet that goes on there. You have your spots in the top where you can put your cards, right? And then the whole thing will fold down into a little kickstand if you want to use it for a kickstand. So all those benefits work sideways too. That's why it's got that little bit of an angle to it. So go sideways, wallet, kickstand, everything built into MagSafe. So plenty of different accessories that you can outfit your Moft case with, or any other if you just happen to like these. I got a stack here from UAG. We're starting off with what has long been a favorite of mine. This is their Monarch case. This is the latest version, their Monarch Pro. What is so cool is they have all these different materials here. So you've got, again, TPU frame, very common. But then you have things like metal built in. They're like screws holding things together. You got these accent colors, different textures, like there's a fabric underneath some of these things. Just so much going on. These are kind of what brought me to UAG many years ago. I just loved the look of it. And then of course things were going to be a struggle because UAG has a lot of these back textures that didn't work with MagSafe, and they've been slowly kind of over the years, the last couple, bringing their entire line updated with MagSafe support. So these have been a little bit redesigned from what they used to be, but I think they look really stunning. There's not much else like these on the market, like a premium industrial looking vibe. These look very cool. So this is their Monarch Pro that does have MagSafe support. Big cutout there for the camera control. Yeah, this is nice. By the way, UAG is also saying 25 feet of drop protection on this. So this is going to protect your phone. This is their Civilian case. Civilian, again, nice accents. You can see that subtle orange ring underneath the green here, which looks very cool. Two-tone on the body because you have green there, plus black sides. Looks sleek. Civilian case here from UAG. You also have those orange accents coming at you from the front. You don't see them like all the time, like head on. They're not as noticeable, but you come from the sides a little bit, they start to creep out. That's pretty cool. This is UAG's Plyo case. It's a little bit more flexible, still has those MagSafe magnets, still giving you 16 feet of drop protection here. So it's like, it's a little less, but it's not super less. It's still very much up there, but I think this looks nice. Clear case, a little more of like a sharp edge to those magnets. So I think that was a neat little touch they added on here. UAG Pathfinder case, love the pop of yellow, clear, cool textures, great looking case. This is the Pathfinder, 18 feet of drop protection on this one, so still pretty darn high. Okay, I saved this one a little bit more towards the end. This is the Plasma XTE, so 20 feet of drop protection on this. Looks similar to a lot of other UAG cases, but what I think Urban Armor Gear has done is build this in, which is wonderful. Like, that is very cool. I love the integrated kickstands like that. Pop it up there, it's a ring, so it works multiple orientations. Heck, do it this way if you're really wanting to for some reason, but you can. So yeah, this is really cool. Super strong magnets. Like, hear this click when I bring it close. Yeah, boom, just snaps right down. All metal, just looks really nice. They've done an excellent job with this. So Plasma XTE with that built-in kickstand ring. One of several very thin aramid fiber cases, this is Thinborne. Not only do you get the case in the box, mine also came with a screen protector. A glass screen protector is also included here, which is always handy. Amazingly thin, lightweight case. You can see we have support for magnets there, MagSafe. This is aramid fiber, so it's woven very similar to Kevlar material, but just a different type of material. Super thin, lightweight, still easy to put on. Go ahead and line it up, make sure around all the edges, boom, everything snaps into place. If you want like a very minimalistic case, protect the sides, protect your camera bump with that raised edge, something like this is going to be great. Still have covers on the bottom, even though there are cutouts for everything. Very thin, lightweight case from Thinborne. The latest leather cases from Mujjo. Mujjo makes some of my very favorite leather cases, and there's definitely been a hole in the market since Apple discontinued its leather cases last year, but not only that, now they've discontinued fine woven. So Apple's got nothing for you if you want something more premium than silicone. Mujjo's, they're absolutely stunning. So this is a steel blue and their livid green, two of their colors here. All full wrap, so it goes all the way around the sides. They do have a shield case that has like a TPU around the edges. These are their full leather versions. You've got that microfiber there on the inside. I think it's like a Japanese microfiber. Goes on, very nice. You have a slight raised edge on the front, raised edge around the camera bump. The camera bump is also metal. It's anodized aluminum to match, so it does have a metal protective ring there. All the buttons are metal. There's a cutout for the camera control. I will say, I think this cutout is a little deeper than some of them, so pushing it down, it's still doable. Like, I've still opened the camera there, take a picture. Like, it's not terrible, but it is a little deeper than some of the other ones, but I know it's so hard with these full wrap cases to make that nice and thin, so just something to be aware of. But I love the matching buttons on there, covers the bottom, still easy to use. Hole is big enough for most cables that I've tried. The green, Also very nice. I like this one. Between the two, I think I like green. I'm a green kind of guy, so this one would be the one I would choose between these two colors. There is black and tan as well if you want to go more traditional, but if you want a little bit of pop of color, either of these are great solutions. Next is the Clix keyboard case. This is the newest version available for the iPhone 16 line. This happens to be the spice color, and you can see it is very unique because the only keyboard that I have seen or tried that incorporates a keyboard. My iPhone fits in super easily, and now you have a full keyboard you can just type with. They've added a bunch of improvements to the latest version of this keyboard here that makes it an improved typing experience from the first generation models. Not only that, they have my favorite fix, which is that it now supports MagSafe. So if you happen to have a MagSafe charger, it's going to slip right onto that. It'll support standby mode, can even hold itself horizontally like this, which is great. This was my biggest missing feature from the original one, and I'm glad they added it in version 2 of the Clix keyboard. You have a cutout here for the camera control, which is very easy to access and press. It doesn't have much of a front bump here, so it makes it very easy to press that button. They also have new buttons here. These are new machined metal buttons that have a brushed finish on the outside, which definitely improves the appearance quite a bit. I like the new metal buttons. They're all very easy to press. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. They also have an app available that you can use to customize the keyboard to your liking, like whether you want it to be a hard return or a soft return for the enter key, the return key. So you can kind of customize this to how you prefer. Of course, there's a USB-C port in the bottom, but yeah, this is the Clix Creator keyboard case, or Clix keyboard case in the spice color. There's many other colors available, including like a gray one, but honestly, this orange, I like this a whole lot. This is the new T-Series line from Spigen. First up is their Tough Armor T case. They actually used AI in the creation of this case to simulate drop tests, so they were able to increase its protection. They say they're able to reduce stress and impacts by 90% thanks to using AI in mimicking real-world drops. And you can see they have all this padded material in there to help protect your phone when it falls. So a lot of great drop protection here. I love that use of AI for something practical in a consumer product. None of this you actually see because it has just this sleek appearance on the outside. It's kind of like a dark gray and a black on this version. Has a built-in kickstand so you can prop your phone up easily that way, so very handy. The other thing that's unique about the Spigen cases this year is they all have actual covers for the camera control. It's actually a piece of sapphire glass on top of a printed circuit board. They did a really cool job about that, and these are already out and shipping, whereas a lot of case manufacturers that you're going to see in this video don't have coverage of this. They just have a hole or a big cutout there. They have these fully covered the same as Apple's do. So I think there's a big advantage to them. This one's very nice if you're looking for something more protective. Personally, I always like the more minimal cases. So their new hybrid T cases, these are more my speed. I like the clear one. I think it looks great. You can let your phone's kind of appearance come through. So let's snap this on my 16 Pro here. This is my white one, so it's just very bright under these studio lights, but it looks so clean. You got full protection all around it, including over that camera control. This one has color matched white glass to go with it. It fits like perfectly flush. You can still feel it, and it's so tactile, easy to feel. You have all that control, so you can still swipe your finger on it. You can still half press, move left and right. All that still works inside of the case. Very few do that. A couple other things, they have little lanyard spots there, so you can attach a little wristlet or a lanyard onto these, and you have other options besides with Apple's clear case. So there's like a frosted black one as well as a clear one. So you have a couple different color options, but all of these in the T series include that camera control button, which is great. That's so cool to see here. So yeah, these are the new T series from Spigen. This is the Ultra Hybrid T, and then the first one we looked at was the Tough Armor T, created partially using AI. Several different styles of cases from Vena. First up is the V Commute case. It comes in several different colors. This is a dark metallic gray and black combination, so a two-tone finish there. It comes with a clip here, so this just pops right off, so you can remove the phone in its case, and it goes up against this. So there's a soft foam lining. You have your phone in here. These clip together, protects the back of it, also gives you that extra hip grip, so you can attach this if you're on a job site, moving around. This can be quite handy, gives you that full protection of the phone. When you're talking about durable cases, something like this is going to be what you're looking for. Then this is the V Commute case, which I think is probably one of their most popular designs. Again, I picked out the same aesthetic, so dark gray and black. You have a faux leather panel here on the back. This rolls up, so you have a little kickstand that you can use. So it rolls up, sorry, that way. Gives you a little stand built into your phone, just like that. But it also, as you can see, is a wallet. So you can slide your cards in there, very easily remove them. It'll hold up to 3 cards in the back of this case, snaps on. Very easy to insert your phone. Everything else is kind of as normal as you'd expect it to be, but built-in wallet in the back that I really like this idea of having that integrated stand. So easily accessible wallet plus the stand make this a great, what they call the commuter case. So you can take this with you, bring it with you as you commute to work. You don't need to bring a wallet or anything. You don't need to bring an extra stand. It's got everything built in for you. Another minor note on this stand is actually adjustable, so you can go all the way down, but it has these little spots, if you can see on camera, where you can adjust it to different amounts. So you can go all the way up like that, keep it more vertical, but you can also drop it down a little bit and keep it at a lower slant, so it works the other way, but you can give yourself a little bit of a slant on that phone at the same time. So I like that this is adjustable. You can roll it up, you can pick any of those different angles, go super steep angle if you're watching something on the subway, but I like that it's adjustable. Come in several other colors too. You can see we have pastel blue and pastel pink as alternatives here. Let's check out CaseBang. So this is the CaseBang core case. It's basically just a clear case for your phone. It's got black TPU sides, MagSafe support built in, great looking stuff, right? But I promise you it gets more interesting. So let's go ahead, put on that case. We have it on the back of our phone, right? But then you have all these back panels. These are just plastic back panels. They have magnets in the center and they also clip in here around the camera ring. Watch, ready? Boom, just like that. It's been installed on there. Nothing else to it, and that sits flush into the case. It doesn't have any raised bumps or anything on it, and it just holds on via those magnets. If you drop your phone, these are not going to come out. They're still very easy to replace. I usually take them all apart from that camera ring. That's kind of like the farthest spot from the magnet, but I just pull it off there, take it off. You want another one, put it on instead. There's a full Pokemon, like from the 151 series from when I was a kid, which is super cool. I love these. They have floral ones. There's other collaborations. I think there's a One Piece one, but a few others, not a ton. I'd really like to see more of these because I think they're so easy to switch. It makes it really fun to kind of just swap these out. Like you got your case, just keep swapping it out with different panels as often as you like. It's just such a clever idea. Works so well. Keep slapping these on there. I just want more designs and more patterns, but I love the idea of this. Also, CaseBang makes manufacture screen protectors too. So if you need a screen protector to go with your phone, you can pick all of them up from CaseBang directly. So you got your screen protector, you got your case, and you got all these swappable back panels. All of this from CaseBang. 2 leather designed cases from Bellroy. I will tell you right now, I am an absolute sucker for Bellroy. I have loved their products for years. Started with their wallets, and then I've started really liking their cases too. They've done a few unique things. So first, starting up their most basic case, which is just their standard phone case. It's eco-tanned leather. You've got metal buttons that correspond to the color of the case themselves. I like this lightish green color. It's like a sage aloe green, but it's really vibing for me. Nice microfiber lining, MagSafe support, everything that you'd expect. Now it's mostly a full wrap case, so if you can kind of see, it's got leather down the back, it's got leather on the sides, but you still have this plastic edge. I like that because a lot of times with leather cases, when you drop them, it's that front lip that kind of takes the most beating. Now that's going to be a little bit more protected, and you have TPU, or at least plastic on the top and the bottom to help protect it a little bit more, and then the leather still wrapping around. So I think that's a really nice touch that gives it the effect of that full leather case, but still the extra properties of plastic, and probably makes it a little bit easier to manufacture too. The other case to check out, it's very similar to their full leather case, but it has this wallet. What's awesome about this wallet, standard MagSafe wallet stuff. Like, so this still has MagSafe in it. You can still use it as a regular case as you normally would, but it actually has a little bar in the bottom. And if you place the wallet there, it snaps into place, and that little bar helps hold it there. So it's going to be more protective and more secure than a standard MagSafe wallet. Very easy to open it up and gain access to put your cards in there. Easy to take it off, but that extra bar on the case and the wallet make it extra secure compared to other wallets that are out there that are pure MagSafe like this. So I think that is a very smart idea. If you're looking at MagSafe wallet, this is like that all-in-one package. You can get both of them together in the same thing, a bunch of different colors in these similar to this stuff, but this is probably the one that I would vote to get if you're considering getting a wallet. Still has MagSafe, basically the same thing as that one, but that extra option of using this when you want to. The Active and Classic case from Native Union. Okay, both of these cases are winners. This is the Active case. This is made from 35% recycled materials. I think they've done a great job here. I love this material they put on the inside. It's not like your typical microfiber that you see. Of course, these all support MagSafe. You do have cutouts here, little indentations for the camera control. This is this one. The other one, this is probably my favorite of the two. It's basically eco-friendly or animal-free leather on the back, which I know some people like, some people do not like. That's personal preference. That's totally cool. But I just think this is a really neat look to it. It's a very stylish looking case. It's got a texture on the top, flat on the bottom. If anyone's wondering, this is the case. This color, well, not this color, but this is the case that my dad uses. If anyone's wondering, hey, wonder what the dad of AppleInsider video producer uses. Well, it's a Native Union Classic case that uses predominantly recycled materials and looks pretty darn cool at the same time. I do like these a lot. That's why I had recommended it in the first place to my dad when he was looking for cases. Very easy to use. I think these look stylish as heck. Very much a fan of this one. This is nice too. This just feels a little more similar to some other cases on the market. This I think just not much else looks like this, and it looks very unique, premium. It's just a cool looking case to me. They've done a very good job on it. Classic case, Active case from Native Union. It's time for some screen protection from Belkin. So Belkin has a couple of these. This is their traditional Screen Force Invisiglass Privacy. So that means it's going to block your phone screen when viewing at an angle. So you can see it starts to hide everything when you're from the side, and you view it all again, full brightness from the front. So anyone sitting next to you is going to be able to see what you're doing. I like these a lot. I think that they're handy. These are super easy to install. Belkin's also one of the ones that you can get in Apple stores. They developed a whole tool and a whole press to be able to put those on. It's incredibly good at what it does. So if you're going to the Apple store, like these ones like these are what you're going to be recommended. They also have the regular one too. They have a matte finished one if you want an anti-glare. Regular one and the privacy are the two that I recommend most. The anti-glare, they always have just a little bit of a reduced effect on your screen. Things don't look quite as crisp. So if you're debating between them, I would say privacy or the regular one. But they're super high quality. They're one of the ones that Apple recommend. You can't go wrong with these, the Belkin Screen Force Invisiglass glass treated screen protectors. I've got a trio of cases from Smartish. First is the Wallet Slayer Volume 1. It is a little bit of a thicker case, not terribly thick by any means, but it's because it has that built-in wallet on the back. The whole thing is smoothed out, so it's got a very nice taper to it. Easily get your cards. You just push them this way, the ejector over here, slide them in. They stay secure. There's a little tension beam, or whatever you want to call it, tension piece on the inside that holds pressure on those cards so they don't slide about. I think these look nice. The only thing that bothers me is they don't have support for MagSafe. You could probably still charge wirelessly, but MagSafe stuff is not going to connect here. But if you're using MagSafe for a wallet, this is fine. That takes care of that issue because you can just carry this. You, of course, have access to the camera control there on the top. Definitely an elevated ring going on around the camera bump, so those are going to be protected. Built-in wallets here. If you're a fan of these cases, this is one to consider. Oh, this is a fan favorite. It is the Grip Monk from Smartish. Traditional case, very minimalistic. I love that it has this matte finish on the back, textured sides, and there's extra grips there. Goes on very easy. Got a microfiber lining to it, easy access to the camera control. The whole point of the Grip Monk is that you have extra grip on this case, so you're not going to drop it anywhere as you hold it. Just makes it very easy to hold on to. This is also a super fun color. It's like the Smartish green going on here on the back of this case. As you probably already tell from this video, I like green, so it's a good color there. I think it looks fantastic on this case. The Grip Monk from Smartish. Okay, lastly from Smartish is their Tough Sheet Glass Screen Protector. These are part of a new wave of screen protectors that have these very easy applicators. You've seen ones that use a similar methodology floating around social medias, but you basically take your phone, you put it down, usually some sort of non-slip surface, you set this right on top, you're going to just more or less pull this out run your finger down this and then remove it, and it takes care of everything. Before, the always problem was with like dust or hair getting on your screen, you have to wipe it down before putting the screen protector on, and there was always that chance that something was going to get back on your phone. But not using this, there's essentially a piece of plastic that runs underneath, you can see right there. When you pull this tab, it comes across, it's going to remove from the back of the screen protector, revealing the screen protector adhesive, and then it's going to, at the same time, go across your phone screen, because it's on there, and it's going to remove any dust in that one simple motion. So it's a simple install. There's a few that are starting to use applicators like this, and these are brilliant. Such a huge fan of these. With these tough sheets, you get two, so you get two of these applicators in the box, and they include like, the screen wipes and all that stuff too. So you have the extra cleaning supplies, but I love these applicators. These are awesome. These do include, if you want them, these guys, which are like your camera ring protectors. Turn your phone over, these go right there. Personally, this is maybe just me, I say don't use these. Whether they're from Smartish or anywhere else, I do not believe in these. I think your camera is already incredibly protected. They're very strong. Anytime you're going to put glass at all in front of your screen protector or in front of your camera, you're adding an element there, and it can reduce the quality of your photos. I'm just not a fan of these. I'm always going to lay it out there 100 for you guys. So I say don't use these, whether or not they come with it or not. They're not expensive. Just don't buy these on their own. Don't go out and buy these. But if you want to use them, no shade to you at all. They're extra protective. They will give you the utmost protection because it's protecting your camera more. But I've just never been a fan and generally don't recommend them. We got two very happy fun cases from Cyrill. I have to say, Cyrill has a vibe going on this year. I mean, these new super bright packaging look very fun compared to their like tannish ones, beige, that they had before. So I like the look of these. Plus you get these stickers in the box, which is kind of cool. Like, I mean, what's wrong with getting some stickers that you can use? You can decorate your case, put them on your Yeti or your Stanley cups, whatever you want to do. But stickers included in the box of these Cyrill cases. So this is their ultra sheer case with MagSafe. Very simple case. Not a lot to it here. I like the design, like the aesthetic, like the look of it. I've got the white iPhone 16 Pro here. Snaps in just fine, goes around the edges. This definitely has grip to it. Like it's almost rough. You can hear a little bit against the mic, but it's got that very grippy looking edge to it there. Easy to press buttons, all those press super simple. Camera control there on this side, raised ring around the camera bump, so those are all, none of those will be touching face down. Solid case, ultra sheer here from Cyrill. This here is the Kajuk Mag from Cyrill. Similar idea, magnets on the back, probably a little more protective. It feels a little bit more rugged. The sides aren't as raised or as like kind of rough as they are with that ultra sheer case. Probably a little bit more protection on this, I'd say. It's almost like a faux looking leather on the back, but it's also rubbery at the same time. Still grippy around the edges. You got a lanyard anchor there. Very simple case. The Kujak Mag in navy from Cyrill. The stand case from Torras. I mean, to be honest, I think it's great that case manufacturers finally realized that we want stands in our cases, like how useful that they are. We see some built into like the bottom with the Spigen ones. We've seen some built around here that we'll probably talk about, and some have them built into the MagSafe ring, which I think is a brilliant use of that technology. So this just pops right open and turns into a stand. Easy as that. Very strong magnet apparently on the close. Let's go ahead and snap this onto my iPhone there. Great fit, frosted back. This has like a gray side to it. The sides are kind of like, good feel to them. Easy to press the camera control right there. But that ring, this just pops out. It's also adjustable, like turn it sideways, boom, like that if you want to. You can make it more vertical, lean it a little bit more back if you want to. So it's very adjustable. When you're done, it closes right up there, but still gives you that full compatibility with MagSafe. I think this is a great idea. The Torras stand case. New cases from Casetify. Casetify is well known because they have a million different collaborations that they do. One Piece, Star Wars, Disney, princesses. I mean, there's tons of them in the Toy Story line alone. My wife rocked a Casetify Toy Story case for ages. This is one of their newer, I think, bounce cases. You can see it's got these very chunky corners. Not all of them have that if that's not your style, but I do think that it looks pretty cool. So this is just a standard clear case with those impact resistant corners. Really going to help your phone stand up when you're using it. They go on very easily. If we can get the security seal there, boom, boom, boom. A little bit of a tight fit there on this one, but yeah, the whole thing is made out of this one piece of rubbery material. It doesn't feel like a silicone case though. It feels a little bit more smooth, especially on the back, so I don't feel like it's going to collect as much hair as a traditional like silicone case would. There's tons of different styles too, so you can get some with the corners, without the corners, more of a traditional build. Casetify always has a ton, and they are ready to go for the iPhone 16 series, and I'm sure plenty more collaborations to come. Next up on the list is Rockform. We have the rugged and the crystal case. So this is the rugged case here. If anyone isn't familiar with Rockform, what makes them so unique is this mounting system in the middle. So yes, it still supports MagSafe. We have the ring there, but it also has this removable piece that just pops out. And it's a locking system for more kind of active accessories. So motorcycle mounts, bike mounts, anything like that that you want to be more locked to your case, because a magnet is not going to necessarily hold when you're going through bumps. So that's what they're known for, is those added grips from their other locking mounting accessories. They have these extra magnets here, but it's still a really cool thing that they've done, and they've built on it over the years. And I was so happy that they were able to quickly integrate MagSafe when that originally launched. Case itself is definitely on the bulkier side, but this is a very rugged case. You can see how built out the corners are for impact protection. You still have access to the camera control. Little deep and not bad, good well there. Very protective case. Like, this is what you're looking for with a durable case you're probably gonna be using outside, and it's really powerful when you're using it with all their different accessories. Alternatively, this is the crystal case, a very similar design, basically does the same thing, still has that mounting system in the middle, but it is in a clear case. I prefer the clear. I like seeing your phone underneath. If I'm choosing between the two, I'm going to go for this one, almost like a Dalmatian look between the white and the black of the case itself. Yeah, the crystal case and the rugged case from Rockform. By the way, worth mentioning, Rockform also has a premium HD tempered glass screen protector that you can add on as well. You can pick this up by itself or with the cases. Another fan favorite, the Aspen from Andar. I'm not kidding when I say give this case basic legendary status. It is so popular for its high quality. They do only like one or so case styles, and this is it. It's absolutely insane. I love it a lot. I used it a long time on my previous phone, and of course I had to get a new version for the iPhone 16 Pro 2. So this is the latest version of the Aspen. You have a metal ring here around the camera. You have metal buttons on the sides, metal buttons here as well, coverage for the action button, full coverage on the bottom, MagSafe, built-in microfiber lining, a lot of stuff that you'd expect. These age very, very well. I also do like the fact that they are full wrap leather, completing around the sides and everything, so not just like the back and leaving the sides plastic. Everything about this is a nice leather case. I mean, when you're looking for leather alternatives, this should definitely be high up on your list. Very subtle branding there with the Andar logo. I think everything about this is great, and I actually really like the full cutout here for the camera. There's a couple others that do this, but when I'm holding it up, it almost is like it glides your finger into position. Like, I literally just hold it up and my finger just goes right there, right, follows that curve wherever it is. So like, I'm pulling it up, it just goes boom, right there to the button, and I think it just feels great. Very easy to use the button, full tactile control and everything. It's not protected like some of them, but I mean, this is probably the ideal situation if you don't actually have full button coverage on the camera control. So yeah, this is the Aspen from Andar. Always a fan favorite case. I like this lighter caramel color. I think this looks great this year. But yeah, check it out. The latest mobile case by Peak Design. Peak Design has a couple different versions of its cases this year. There's the one with the traditional fabric on the back, and this one is a material called Clarino, and it feels like a leather. It's like a faux, premium, high-end, not leather. And this is the one that I prefer between the two. I just think this has a nicer feel to it than the material does, but I think it looks great. And you're probably wondering what that square is in the middle if you haven't seen a Peak Design case before. So they have a whole mobile line that's part of the case, as well as all these different accessories. There's a little mini tripod. There is a wall that connects to the back of this. There's mounts like this. So this is like a handlebar mount for a bike, and you can see that. And there's soft lock and hard locking items. So a soft lock is just going to magnetically hold itself, basically MagSafe, which this does support. Or there are hard locking ones which use this locking mechanism. I put that right there. This isn't going anywhere. Like, this is so secure on the back of my phone. I could do anything and this is not coming free. So if you're putting this on your bike, that's going to be what you want. It goes the other way too. It completely clips on that way, so you can fit it however you need to, and it's just very ultra secure. So you have the options there of sticking with your traditional MagSafe and using any of your MagSafe accessories, going with the Peak Design soft lock that can fit into that little box, or their hard locking accessories that clip right into that. They magnetically align and do everything and protect your phone. I always liked these cases because of that system that they have. It's called Slim Lock, and you can see it's very slim, minimalistic. I'll be honest, this locking mechanism looks nicer than the Rockform one. I think this is a little more like nicely engineered to be simple and sleek and not stick out while still being ultra functional. So I've been a fan of these cases. I use a lot of their quick lock products, their other mounting products in there. I actually have one of these on my bike, so this is what I use on my bike when I go out riding. So these are very nice. I think they're updated models with that Clarino fabric on the back. Look great. This is the mobile case from Peak Design. Here's some more leather alts, Woolnut. If you followed the channel for a while, you've probably seen Woolnut on here before because I always really like their quality of their cases. These are their latest generation ones built for the new iPhone 16 Pro. They have this pebbled, very nice leather on the back. Great alternative to Apple's leather. Now, the one thing that I don't love about these is they are no longer a full wrap. I believe they used to be full wrap cases. So you can see we have TPU plastic sides that it's not my vibe as much. I really want that leather to completely wrap around, but I know it is so difficult to do to maintain the high quality and everything. So these still look really great. Like, and you can't even really tell. I'm sure even in video they look very deceiving to be full leather. But they do have raised camera bump, metal buttons that match inside. Action button is covered. Close up on the green version because I like this one more. But I love the feel of the leather. It almost like feels almost worn a little bit. Like, it just has a very nice quality to it. I love these. I wish the sides were covered, but it does give a nice, smooth, streamlined appearance. Very easy to deal with the camera control there because they can get that plastic very, very thin, so it's easy to fit into that well and control the button. It doesn't have to be thicker like some of the other ones that have to use leather and it ends up being a little bit thicker and harder to hit in there. I think they did an excellent job at making that button accessible, kind of working within their limitations here. But yeah, these are some leather cases, a pair of them in black and green from Woolnut. Here's what's new from Zagg in both its cases as well as its Invisible Shield line. So they call this their Milan snap case. Very fashion forward. It has this really cool graphic on the back. It changes color depending on the angle, which just, it looks really neat, especially in real life. So I hope it's doing justice on the video. But these are thin, lightweight cases. Supports MagSafe, of course. Let's pop the phone in, see how it looks on. I think that looks great there. All the buttons line up well. Really good cutout for that camera control. Nice big opening there for your finger to slide into and control that button as you need to. Soft presses, all of that. Bottom is covered too. We have action button covered. Pressing these, very tactile. Like, they did a good job considering that the sides of this are a little rubbery. These buttons feel super snappy and responsive, so I really much appreciate that. They have extra grip, as you can see, which has a cool little effect to it. Like, it fades in and out, so like slows as it rounds out about the bottom and then pops up again on the side, getting most tactile right where you're holding the phone the most. It's a really neat little effect that they did there. I appreciate it. But this is the Milan snap case from Zagg. Invisible Shield is one of the GOATs of glass screen protectors. They have been making these for ages, and they just always continue to innovate, come out with new ones. This is their latest version, so a four-way privacy, so up, down, side to side. So only when you're looking straight on can you see what's happening on the screen. I told you I like these privacy screen protectors. I think they are super cool, protecting your personal information, especially as you are traveling out and about. They make installation easy. They don't have one of the new trays yet, like some of those other companies. They do have a frame, and it is still a very easy installation that they put together that probably uses a lot less plastic and a lot less waste. I put these on without issue before, but it's the kind of the typical process they've had for a little while. But these are always great. One of the latest ones, four-way privacy from Zagg Invisible Shield. This is the MagBak Elite for the iPhone 16 Pro. One thing that's crazy about this whole box is like an installation tray. So like they've got these instructions here on the back. So it peels off from the side and it lifts up. So you actually use this whole thing to install your screen protector, which is, I mean, I love that. Like they're utilizing that packaging to do this. So you have all the kind of tools in here, but here's the case itself, as well as all these like, you know, wiping things, alcohol wipes, all of that. So here's the case. Let's put this on real quick. We're going to snap that on my phone. And one of the first things is here in the middle, you have a little finger ring. It just pops out like that. So you have this extra grip, easy way to hold onto your phone when you've got it. A little tight, but it does stretch back there, easy to fit on the finger. So this isn't going to go anywhere. Makes it really easy to use. Control, slide back a little bit to get down. I like this. This is very cool to have that built in, and I like that it just slides back in flush when you're done to continue to use like your MagSafe rings as normal. This also has a bunch of other magnets built in everywhere, like on the top, bottom, and sides, and you can have these different mounts across your house, in your car, and easier to mount your phone that way using all these different mounting surfaces. So I really like that they've done that. You have a built-in kickstand here at the top that just folds right out, boom, and now you've got a kickstand for your phone. Very handy. Lots of really nice things with this case. The sides are get rubbery. They have these like silicone grips right there to make it easy to hold onto there, as well as through that finger ring. Like, holy smokes, did they pack a lot of stuff into this case. You do have bottom coverage for your port. So if you don't use, you know, the wired charging, this can stay closed and keep debris out of it, or just pops right open as you need to. But you don't really see a lot of that coverage anymore on the USB port, so that's very nice to see. They also say this acts as a pinky rest. So as you're holding your phone like this, your pinky isn't getting sore or poked from like the sharp edge of a case. That is a very smart idea. You don't see that much, but I mean, it's seriously a pain point, right? I mean, who hasn't held their phone like this and got their pinky sore from holding it down there? So that's a really cool idea. So here's one of their magnets. These are called their mag sticks. So they're adhesive on the back. You can put this anywhere very, very slim, like on a cabinet, in your car, anything like that. Just peel it off and stick it on there. And then your phone's going to connect to this. And it holds on all these different spots that I showed you. But they're down here at the bottom. And you can definitely tell how strong these magnets are holding up your phone. Like, very cool. So yeah, they include one of these mag sticks in the box. Also wanted to point out, these pieces are like swappable. So like this strip here actually can come out and you can change it with another one. So if you want to adjust the colors, pick out a different one, you can do that. So you can change the bottom one here, as well as like the pinky rest at the bottom is swappable, and the ring around the camera can be changed too. So you've got a lot of customization options with this case. Super duper cool to have all that stuff built in. Just takes me a moment there to get that back into place. Boom, there you go. Swap that out with a red one you want, different colored rings, the bottom pinky grip, all that can be swapped. Okay, holy smokes, if that wasn't enough with this case, then you have the actual screen protector application itself. So your phone rests here into the case, like it's very snug, precision fit. Then you have this screen protector here at the top with this strip right here, right? Does this look familiar? So you're just gonna keep that out. You're going to close this and you're going to pull. That's the short of it. There is a little video that walks you through it, but that's your screen protector on the top of this thing. So they have built-in application of this. This is cool. This is a fantastic package. MagBak packed so much in here. MagBak Elite for the iPhone 16 Pro. We have more aramid fiber cases from Pitaka. So I have three different ones that we're looking at here. The bottom one, this is their thinnest case, so their thin case. Then their next one is their military grade protection on that one. And the final is what they're calling their tactile woven fiber. So let's take a look at them each individually. There you can see the inside, you can see the magnets. Like, the fact that you can see these magnets in here is a testament to how thin this case is, because it's kind of crazy. This goes in, super simple, snaps right on. To me, this one looks like a tablecloth, like a picnic tablecloth. They call this one Ocean, I believe, but snaps on very easily, gives you full access buttons. Super minimalist case, metal ring around the camera bump. It's also elevated, so it's not going to get in the way. It's going to protect your cameras excessively there. Coverage on the bottom, too. Very easy to protect that bottom edge with full access to that USB port. Let's go ahead and swap this off. These can be a little funky sometimes to take off because they get a little tight and they're so thin, but these come off pretty easy, not too much of an issue. So this is their military grade one, a little more protective. They have a gap here at the bottom if you want to add a lanyard through there. It still has MagSafe. A little more plasticky feeling because you have that woven fiber on top of the plastic TPU kind of material. So you have those traditional bumpers going around the front. This one, you can actually feel the woven fibers. It's that thin. This one, it feels much smoother down the back. Personally, I like this design better. I like this appearance better. Like, this is just a very sharp, handsome looking case to me. I like this one quite a bit. Big access to the camera control there. Solid case. This one's their military grade protection. Comes off even easier than the other one. Finally, this is it's very similar to that first one, but they call these are more like their limited series ones. And this one just looks really cool, almost like a sunset. I've seen a few different ones of these from Pitaka. They have these like art series that they do, and they always just come off so cool. Like, look at that. Like, it's beautiful. This is such a cool looking case. Definitely can feel the woven fibers in there. This is awesome. I love this case. This looks absolutely beautiful. Very easy to access all the buttons, clean cutouts, metal ring around the cameras. All these aramid fiber cases from them, they look stunning, but 3 different ones here from Pitaka. Here's the eco-friendly wave case. So this case is made from 100% biodegradable materials. It does have MagSafe magnets built into here, which is something I don't always see with other eco-friendly cases because they're kind of a problem in breaking them down, but they're so easy to remove that the case itself can still biodegrade. Full 360-degree protection, ring around the camera, 2mm raised lip around here, easy access to that camera control. But yeah, full 360-degree protection with biodegradable materials, I think is awesome. Very simple but stylish and eco-friendly case. This is the Wave case. Here are a few options from OSnap. I've got several colors of the OSnap case here. It is a very sleek feeling case. You can see we have that ring around the center there to denote MagSafe compatibility. It's got metal accents. We've got metal buttons there on the side, metal button here, cut out for the camera control, easy to access there. Feels easy to press, buttons all nice and tactile. And we have a metal ring around the camera. But what's cool about this metal ring is that they give you another option in the box. They give you a swappable metal ring that can swap this one out. So you can take this case off of your phone, which is, very easy to do. Then this pops out and you just put the replacement one in. Just takes a moment. Now let's put it back on our phone. And just like that, now you have more protection around the camera. So it's up to you if you want to use this one, if you want to use the simple rim around the outside. Completely up to you in terms of design, style, and protection. This is the green one, my favorite, but other colors. We've got this purple one that looks great. Love the look of that. We got a tan one. It's almost like a brown leather looking color. It's just a brown tan finish on this one. And the final one is this bright blue, which also, I love the bright colors. So this looks great to me too. Love it. Lastly, to mention with OSnap is they also have these Snap 4 grips, which are so insane that I kind of had to mention them in this video. So they come in a bunch of different colors. This one's like purple, but I also have a blue one here. Now this is insanely thin. Look at this from the side. I mean, there is nothing there. You can barely even see it on the camera. Like it's so incredibly thin. So this goes right here onto the back of your phone. It's held in place magnetically. Boom, just like that. It's on the phone. You press either of these sides for that to pop out. Boom, boom, boom. Press that and it slides right out. So you can use this as a finger grip for your phone, so you can hold it that way. It rotates around, so there's no wrong way to put it on. Super easy to get into, adjust your fingers on. Just use it as one if you want. If you pull it all the way back, it actually locks in place there, so you can use this as an adjustable stand. Set your phone down, watch some content, and then slide it back. Boom, goes right into place. Now, I know what you're thinking. These are very nice, but it's going to, of course, impact things like wireless charging. No, not with this. You can go ahead and connect it to any wireless charger. Just want to have them just sit on my desk. It still connects and it'll still charge via MagSafe with that connected. So you don't even have to worry about it. This is the only grip that I have seen that is that small and flush, retains MagSafe support and retains wireless charging support like that. Such a cool idea, kind of, fun and like addictive to play around with because it just, pops out like that. So these are cool. I'm probably gonna have to use these on my phone. Let me know in the comments if you use something like this, if you use a wallet or if you use, a pop socket, something else. But this is a very cool idea. So that is it. Thank you for sticking with me. Over 100 cases for iPhone 16 Pro, and there's always more that I didn't include. What is your favorite that didn't make the list? Drop me a line down below in the comments. Maybe we'll do a part 2. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.